All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and infinite glory unto my Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rahakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us His truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, those making their bodies a living sacrifice, especially in these last days. And in this sit down, it's entitled Swing the Rock. Okay, Swing the Rock. And something this is a familiar saying among, you know, brothers that have, and maybe few sisters that have had a time in the sports world, specifically basketball, where, you know, it indicates not holding on to the ball in the sakes to win the game as a team. Okay, to not hold on to anything to share, um, and to ultimately not ball hog. Okay, and a lot of times within the game of basketball, it mirrors the game of life. Okay, and it has certain characteristics and shows forth winning attributes. As all do a lot of the games. When you consider, yeah, the Olympics and you know how to run, right? Any kind of a high level competitive event. You know, they act as a microcosm, to a lot of situations. But in this sit down specifically, I wanted to touch on the idea of swinging the rock, okay? And how, like I mentioned, um, we are not to try to be the, um, the the main guy, if you will. Okay, we're not supposed to try to uplift ourselves. This is an act of humility, esteeming. Matter of fact, we'll go ahead and go there, right? And that's the attitude that we should hold when we put our hand toward this ministry. You see, we put our hand in an act of sincerity to try to get the victory, right? And that's usually a defense in the game of basketball, right? When you are moving the ball, all right. When you are doing things without the ball, you're doing the dirty work, if you will. And that's a lot of times the most integral part of how a team wins and operates. The things that aren't necessarily on the front lines appreciated as much as they should be, but the ones that usually by the ones that it doesn't directly affect, but in the end, it shows in its effect when the game is won or points are being put up on the board. But we'll go ahead and get this. Now, this is Philippians chapter 2, verse 1. And this subtitle or the title of this chapter is Be Like Hamashiach. Okay. It says, if there be therefore any consolation in Hamashiach, if any comfort of love, if any fellowship of the Spirit, if any bowels and mercies, fulfill ye my joy, that ye be like minded, having the same love, being of one accord, of one mind. Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory. Yeah. So we are not to do things through strife, vainglory, all right, lifting up ourselves, right? Doing things to pretty much try to make yourself look like the man. A lot of the things that we, you know, do, they may go unnoticed. They may go unnoticed by brothers. They may go unnoticed by or you think they go unnoticed by brothers, right? But we should be doing things for Yahweh Shai. Ultimately, it's not going unnoticed through him. And that's how you should look at anything you do um in this walk. Okay. The things that we do in this walk, that they're not going unnoticed by Yahweh Shai. You see, that pat on the back that you yearning for is not going to be given all the time, right? We're simply just doing our job. But at the end of the day, you know, we will get rewarded for this thing. Lord willing, we endure to make it to payday. But that's something that's it's not directly given at the when soon as you do these commendable acts, but we aren't to do it through vainglory and strife. Okay, let's get this word vainglory. Matter of fact, let's see. Now it's G2754. Kenoaxia says self-esteem, empty pride. Okay, vain opinion, error. Right? We're not supposed to do things through empty pride, vain opinion, error. Okay. Let's see what Wisdom of Solomon 14 got to say. See what they're talking about. Sometimes those be hidden. You got to check um the commentary, or not the commentary, but the what is this? Go back to it. Yeah, sometimes you got to check these out. The Thayer's Greek lexicon, check these precepts. All right. Major key. All right. Yeah, this is going into idols, right? Which we know man, can be an idol, right? When you think of the likes of these NBA players, all right, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, right? Those were all idols, that America has propped up and given you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and those are not our inspiration. Of course, men can be acknowledged for their mastery when it comes to performing certain things and gifts that they had, but you know, none should be an idol for a man, especially, even in his truth, men are not to be put up on a pedestal. Of course, there's an order of things, and, we have a system of, order, right? And respect is given, but, you should not be, have a worshipful spirit, by putting these brothers on a pedestal like above Yahweh Shai. Okay, he's the head, man. You see, that's just the order of things. So I say all that to say, when you set yourself up as vainglory, you setting yourself up as wanting to be adorned, wanting to be an idol, wanting to be given praise and worship when it's not even the time for that. Everything will be done in this season. We will have our time to shine, if you will. But, like I mentioned in class yesterday, um, there is this is the all-star team, man. This is the all-star team. Hopefully being of the hopeful elect. You see, this is us making an all-star team, So trying to go get a triple double, if you will, um, every night, that ain't gonna happen. You know, everybody on this team can play. So we just to do our role, man. We do things specifically to get the win. You see. Now this is Wisdom of Solomon 14, And 12, it says, "For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them, the corruption of life. For neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever." Yeah. And, idols was the reason why Jake fell off in the first place. You see, our people always wanted to worship these strange gods, these idols, right? Idolatry is a major problem in the so-called Black, Latino, and Native American community going on today, you know. And our people are used to wanting to receive some sort of praise, when they make it on a level, when they get to a certain amount of attention, if you will. But that's not the nature that we should be in. We should be giving the praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You see, that's first. He get his glory first. Now, it says, verse 14, "For by the vain glory of men they entered into the world." There you go, that vain glory. "And therefore shall they come shortly to an end." Yeah, that momentary feeling is fleeting. Esteeming yourself. All right, that pride, it's fleeting, right? It's not permanent. That's why we are to swing the rock, let it flow. Don't force the course of the river, man. Let the spirit flow. And that's our defense, you see. And that's how David actually defeated Goliath, is by swinging a rock. Okay, which we know is Yahweh Shai. Okay, that's who we should always be pushing forward. Right, when you consider the term of swinging a rock, we should always be um, moving that around. Okay, moving, pushing Yahweh Shai. All right, that's the force that galvanizes us. That's the ball, if you will, to keep on. Um, that keeps everybody playing. See, now this is 1 Samuel 17. 1 Samuel 17 and 49, or we'll start at 48. And it says, "And it came to pass, the Philistine arose and came and drew nigh to meet David, that David hasted and ran toward the army to meet the Philistine. And David put his hand in the bag and took thence a stone and slang it and smote the Philistine in his forehead. And the stone sunk into his forehead, and he fell upon his face to the earth." Yeah, and that's how David defeated Goliath, is by swinging or slinging the rock. Okay, that word to sling, qua, qualai. Okay, qualai, to sling, to carve, sling out. Okay, it's not much over here, but we getting it. Okay, let's get this word smoke. Nakai, nakai, to strike, to kill, to slay, scourge. Yep. Yeah. So by slinging the rock, was his enemy defeated? All right, and that's ultimately what we want. Because when you study the game of basketball, that's the hardest. You can't move faster than a pass. You can't. It's hard to defend a team that's such in such an order where they just continue to move the ball movement. It's a defense for offense. It's hard to tell where things is going. It's you can't really um you can't really set up you know on defense. So in that case, um it's very very hard to play against. And that's our defense, man. Is using this gift, but not trying to hold on to certain things. And this is just flowing in the spirit. This is flowing in the spirit. I just thought it was an interesting topic to consider. Um, so I thought I'd bring it out. But you know, trying to be in that spirit of just hogging, ball hogging, right? It's really a demon, man. Being in that spirit of wanting to be the man, thinking that um, you ain't charged with folly, thinking that your shit don't stink. We know that wisdom puffeth up. That's a terrible spirit to be in, though. To be puffed up, man. That's a demon. So it's a way to defend against that, and the way to do that is to make sure that we giving our glory to Yahweh Shemi Shai, not esteeming ourselves more than our brothers, man. You know, looking looking to Him. You see. Now, yeah, that's pretty much it. Actually, you know, I'll go ahead and close it there. Um, you know, like I said, this was just kind of flowing in the spirit, man. Um, just thought that I'd share something for brothers to meditate on. So anyway, Lord will I edify. I want to give all praise, honor, and infinite glory unto my heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom.